Hi everyone, welcome and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is CeeChronicles and I go by that name on all my social media platforms. If you're joining me here for the very first time, I post fragrance related content here weekly and consistently. So if that sounds like something that interests you guys, please do consider joining us here by subscribing. All you have to do is click the red subscribe button and make sure that it turns gray, not the one on the screen, the one on the page. Make sure it turns gray and that's it. You are part of the family. To those who are returning, thank you so much guys for the continued support. I appreciate you as always. Welcome to today's fragrance review video. Today we have Asdaaf's Ghaid. And if I botch some of these pronunciations, guys, I'm really sorry. I'm just trying the best I can just to make sure that I deliver content to you guys. The bottle for Ghaid is this one. Now, if you have been on my channel from time to time, you will know that this is not a new fragrance. I've had it for more than 4 or 5 months, but I just haven't brought you a full review of this one. But because I did come across what it was duping, I thought, oh, okay, let me just bring a quick review for you guys. Okay, so we're going to spray this one in its box. This is the atomizer for Ghaid by Asdaaf. Very straightforward there. It gives plenty there. My closet is going to be smelling like this the whole day and even up to tomorrow because this fragrance, guys, is pretty strong. Couldn't find the notes for this, but because I do know what it is inspired by now, I'm going to tell you based on the notes for the fragrance that it is inspired by. And this is not a guess because while I was busy minding my own business, I did come across this fragrance and I was like, oh, I've got you in my collection. Oh, so you are Ghaid, are you? Anyway, do expect some nutmeg, cinnamon, incense, and tobacco, especially there in the top for this fragrance, and some vetiver, woods, vanilla, some spices there, some incense there, patchouli, and fruits. Right, so that is the note pyramid for this fragrance, and that is exactly what I do smell from this bottle. It has a prominent tobacco opening, photorealistic tobacco smell. So let me say quickly, don't buy this fragrance for somebody who's trying to quit tobacco. Don't buy this fragrance for somebody who has issues with the smell of tobacco. It can come across as offensive because this is like your raw tobacco. Simply put, you know, like the tobacco that you'd stuff in a pipe. So if you don't want to offend anybody, do not gift them this if they have issues with tobacco, because that's all they're going to get. A hay-like tobacco carrying a smokiness and incensiness, and this tobacco is intoxicating. Could be a fragrance that you want to spray. Leave your clothes there for about 2 hours and then wear them later. I'll tell you why I say this. When I sprayed this for the very first time, I had a lot of mixed feelings. I was like, what on earth is that? It was too intoxicating. The tobacco was just too polarizing. It was as though I was just in a barn. I went to a separate room in the house and I sprayed the curtains and I just left. 2-3 hours in, I walked past and there was this gorgeous caramelly, cinnamony smell, nutmeggy smell that I was getting from this fragrance. So let me say this is going to open up with like a burst of spices, a burst of woods, tobacco, loads of patchouli. But wait for it. It's the dry down, you know, in this fragrance. It's going to have a caramelly, hay-like caramelly feel to it there with those wards, but very softened. A little bit of a feel of maybe pear, because there's going to be a fruit there. But the pear and even the apple doesn't come across as crisp, but you're going to feel a weight of a fruitiness there. For some, it's even going to come across as though this fragrance has got some dates in it. But everything in this works. After the 2 hours, it works. You're left with that acquired kind of addictive scent that you keep wanting smelling of. That dusty vetiver there, working with like with that sweet caramel. That is what is left of this fragrance. However, we do not lose the tobacco. So I'll still maintain that do not blind buy this one for somebody who doesn't like tobacco, is trying to quit tobacco, has issues with people who smoke, has issues with smoking, has issues with tobacco as a whole. But it is a creative fragrance. It's a fragrance that you can gift somebody who appreciates the direction in which the fragrance industry is going, the creativity of the fragrance industry, where it's no longer about how our mainstream designer fragrances we're expected to smell like. This is very niche in quality. It's artistry in a bottle. They broke the boundaries. It's either you like this or you don't. It's not a fragrance that is trying to get you to like it. It's just there. You either get used to this, it becomes an acquired smell and you want to smell like this, or it's so off-putting you don't want to do it at all. Anyway, guys, to cut to the chase, because I know most of you are here because you want to know what it is inspired by. I was minding my own business, perfume shopping as usual, perfume sniffing, and then I sniffed Mancera's red tobacco. And in as much as I have spoken about Mancera's red tobacco, I have featured dupes of Mancera's red tobacco. I had actually never sniffed it. So I sniffed this bottle and there it hits me. I'm like, I know you know, because it's unmistakable. You cannot mistake this scent. There it was, it hit me and I was like, Ghaid is inspired by Mancera's red tobacco. I put this, I spritz it on a tester paper and that's all I could smell. It was Ghaid, Ghaid, Ghaid. And I was like, oh, okay, so now I get it. They threw us off, guys, with this tassel. But this is Mancera's red tobacco bottled by Asdaaf. It smells the same, performs the same, and it nails the DNA to the T. So if you have been looking for alternatives that are dupes of red tobacco, and some of the alternatives that you're coming across are expensive, then maybe you need to, add this one instead to your collection because Asdaaf's are pretty cheap. Now we know it. This is in the same vein, guys, as Mancera's red tobacco. It comes across as a DNA that a lot of men are going to favor, but if you wait for the dry down, the caramelly, nutmeggy, cinnamony feel there is going to be a fragrance that you can carry even as a woman. So I do love this fragrance and I can cap it as unisex, however, leaning more masculine because, of course, of those woods, the smokiness, the patchouli there, everything there is deep and very tobacco-like. So it's going to be a fragrance that maybe the gents are going to favor there as opposed to the females. Another thing I can say is don't give this one a female unless they are open-minded and they have a lot of fragrances that they have experimented with to an extent that they will appreciate this. However, you can absolutely gift this one to a man as long as they do not have issues with tobacco. Very long lasting, lasts till the next wash, very polarizing. You're going to be smelled, you're going to get compliments as well. Do take it easy on the trigger. You might actually offend some people with Ghaid. So that's it, guys. That is what I can say about this fragrance. Love that I know what it is inspired by now. I love that I can clue you up. Let me know in the comment section if you've been seeing this or if it's a fragrance that you'd love to add to your collection. I would very much want to know in the comment section. CeeChronicles is my name. Thank you so much, guys, for joining me today. Do turn on post notifications while you're at it. That way you get to be notified anytime I upload a video. Like and share this video, guys, and most importantly, please do remember to subscribe if you haven't already. And smelling good is a form of good manners. Cheers.